Yeah, overall, if you look at right now, we have a lot more cloud cover, which has helped with the visibility. As you can notice, the Eau Claire camera last night, you couldn't even see the background of that because of the fog settling in. They had clearing skies. They dropped quickly back to the 20s. We're not seeing that tonight because that low cloud cover is really hanging around. Now, there are a few areas that occasionally have dropped in Iowa back down to maybe a half at times. Some clearing occasionally, but we're not expecting to see widespread dense fog. Just visibility may drop between 4 to 5. If you're really considering what fog is, the definition, you got to get below like a half mile to be considered fog or freezing fog, depending on the temperature. So we could see a patches of that, but definitely nothing like we saw last night. Overall, the big picture is these two systems, very weak ones too. The only moisture associated with is the one to the north in Canada with the low up there. That's going to break up the cloud cover. It's going to mix the atmosphere up and actually increase our winds tomorrow as it passes through. So that's going to help bring us some sunshine overall. We kind of time out. You can notice the winds as you tonight. It's just cloud cover, and the visibilities once again will come 10 to maybe down to 5. They'll go back and forth occasionally. A few areas might see that 1 to 3, but we're not expecting to see many areas get below like a half. As we get to the morning, you'll start seeing that turn of the winds. Here's the first system. They're going to be kind of combined as they push through. So you'll just see a wind shift there. Notice that they'll turn more westerly towards the afternoon. By noontime, that front's pretty much right along La Crosse or just east of Eau Claire. And then in the afternoon, the winds generally gradually begin to turn more west, and there comes the break in the cloud cover as the winds do pick up a little bit and actually turn more northwest towards Twin Cities. That'll come through in the evening. So if you don't see any sun till sunset, the evening looks a lot better with some clearing skies. We'll have to keep an eye on fog going in Friday morning because we are going to allow that temperatures to fall a little bit more going into Friday. Thursday's high, since we're going to start off already around 40 for most areas, it won't take much to get into the upper 40s, and a few areas could get in near 50. It just depends if we see that clearing quick or not. Now Friday, just a tad cooler behind that cold front. It's not a very strong, it's fairly weak. We'll have back into the 40s. But we'll have a lot more sunshine. Most of the day you'll see a lot more sun than clouds for all areas too. So overall a good end to the work week. Now to the weekend, there's another one of these weak systems that's going to come right across the north. You'll see it right there Saturday. Winds turn around from the southwest and then turn westerly. Gives us more clouds. It should remain dry as that comes through. We'll just see a period of cloud cover maybe Saturday, and then Sunday we're going to have clearing skies once again. So just some clouds to deal with going in, and that's what we'll see. At Saturday lows, you can see back in the 20s, which is kind of where we should be. And then we look at Saturday's highs. We're going to be back into the 50s, upper 40s, low 50s, so a mild start, and it continues for the weekend. Now overall, the big picture is we have a lot of cold air sitting, Arctic air up there to the north. It's going to start taking a plunge to the south. Once we get past Tuesday and a system comes through, this Arctic air is going to really push south, and it's a pretty big one too. All the way to the southeast. This will go through Thanksgiving and probably through Black Friday and the weekend. The good news with this cold push is, one, it is November, so we have more sun. The other good news with this is if you look at the snow cover, there's nothing really even into southern Canada, and we're not expected to really pick up much too. That'll help modify the temperatures a little bit. This would be a big difference. If this was in January, we'd see a lot colder temperatures, and those temperatures aren't showing up there. But overall, we're looking at temperatures 50s, and then Monday 40s. Tuesdays will be back in the 30s. Wednesday and Thursday 30s and even 20s, as those are not showing up right there. But it's definitely going to get colder for Thanksgiving and on, back to winter. But enjoy the nice mild stretch as we go forward.
All right. Thanks, Greg.